today. Thank you for coming. I bet you thought that was going to be my speech. When I went into the first grade, we had to introduce ourselves. And this was my introduction. My name is Henrietta. And the class burst in laughter. And I did too. I laughed so hard that they stopped laughing. Laughter, I found that day at the very age of 6, soothed my soul. And that's what has taken me throughout my lifetime. In 2011, Oxford University did a study on laughter. And Dr. Dunbar found that outrageous laughter brings on a chemical called endorphins. He also said that the endorphins that is in our body is brought on mostly by slap laugh rather than stand-up comedy. A good laugh relaxes your body, relieving it of stress and tension. Laughter, as I said earlier, facilitates this natural chemical in our body, endorphins. And endorphins help reduce pain and promotes an overall wellness in your body. Other benefits of laughter: it boosts your immune system. It helps with your blood circulation. It helps with anger and grief, anxiety, something that is just within you, that is natural, produces all of these remedies. In 2012, my husband's mother died. And after returning home from the funeral, for 3 weeks, he sat in our den and wept like a baby. And I can sense a cloud of darkness coming upon our home. And Daddy wasn't happy, and Mother wasn't either. But I invited him to a humorous speech contest. And that night was a turnaround. We laughed, and we laughed, and we laughed. When we got back home, for another 45 minutes, we laughed some more. And the next day, I literally could feel the lifting of that dark cloud moving away. And then he was able to grieve without being depressed. There's a good grief and there's a bad grief. But as I said earlier, laughter always soothes my soul. In 2005, someone brought that together for me. I went to a Christian women's retreat, and there was a woman there that I had never met in my life. She was from Alaska, and I was from South Carolina. And she pointed me out. That woman right there, will you please stand? And I did. And she said, "The Spirit of the Lord loves the way you laugh." And you're always humorous. She said you would laugh in the most unusual places and the most unusual times. And I did. She said, see, laughter is healing. And you're going to be able, through your laughter, to bring healing to many people. See, she was correct, because I had always thought, what in the world are you laughing for, Henrietta? But what she said to me was, that was God laughing, and a vibration that was in the air of him laughing, that I was feeling it, and I was laughing with God. Isn't that awesome? To be laughing with God? Well, I have learned to laugh at myself. I was invited to participate in a very prestigious organization at the time, and I thought, I'm going to my stylist and I'm going to get my hair done. And I did. Have any of you ever had a really bad hair day? Even after coming back from your stylist? Well, I got home after crying all the way. And I had on a hoodie, so I thought, I need to put this hoodie on my head before I walk into this door. And I did that. When I walked in, my husband said, let me see your hair done. And I thought, no. And the kids were sitting around, and they said, oh, come on, Mom, let us see your hairdo. And I finally took it off. And I felt I was right back in that first grade class. They burst into laughter. And my husband said, it looks like a Russian hat sitting on top of your head. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to say one thing. Always surround yourself with people that will make you laugh. Secondly, create a book of laughter. My family has many. Actually, A Miracle of Laughter will be the title of a book that I'm writing. And it's all about the foolishness that has happened in my family. Say, we've taken those things that were joyful and laugh, and we've taken those things that have been sad, and we found ways to bring joy. And be creative in the book that you write. Put details, who was there, the surrounding, use your imagination. Think about it. When your grandmas left you those recipe books with that good biscuit, those good cakes, how to make that good pot of beef stew, they gave you ingredients. So when you create this book of laughter, make it so inviting that the first thing that your children, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren wants to do when they gather is, where is the book? Clarence Darwin, a civil rights activist, said, when we lose the power to laugh, we lose the power to think. When we lose the power to laugh, we lose the power to think. And I'm sure you all agree that we live in a toxic world. And I believe that if we would laugh just a little more, our world will turn and be a better world for us to live in. I know you want for me to say more, but that's all, folks.